Hello there. If you are wanting to learn how to do your eyeshadow like a pro, I'm telling you, there are a couple of things that you need to go ahead and have lined up so that you can get a flawless finish as if you went to a makeup artist. If you are new here, my name is Z, and I am excited because I know that Black women are struggling with their makeup, which affects their confidence. They end up lost and frustrated in YouTube land, wasting money, wasting time. So I am here as your help, as your cheerleader to help you buy and apply brown girl friendly products the right way so you can feel confident doing your own makeup at home. I do that through Beauty for Us University. You guys, it is the number one online membership, makeup membership for Black women. So, welcome in. Type in the comments. Let me know where you came from. I see Miss Tina here says she came from the text crew. That means she got my text. You guys, I'm super excited because technology helps me to announce things faster, which means that I can send out a text and everything will go through and it will get to you a lot faster. I feel like I have a little lag. Hey Charlotte, I feel like I have a little lag, but it is raining, so it's slowing down my network connection. So I'm going to make sure all of my devices are off Wi-Fi. Just so I can do this. Hey Dana, thank you so much for watching from Louisiana. Okay, I'm excited because I want to show you guys how to prepare for doing your eyeshadow. So many times you jump in and you're just trying to learn as much as you can, and you do not actually have everything that you need. The reason why I'm showing you everything that you need as well is because I have an eyeshadow class coming up, you guys. This pink eyeshadow class is for everyday women. It is going to be this Thursday. If today is Wednesday, then that means the class is tomorrow. And you can go to beautyforusclass.com right now to sign up for the free. All right. Somebody type that in the comments for me. Beautyforusclass.com to sign up. I'm going to teach you how to get a beautiful pink eyeshadow look. But guess what? Even if you don't like pink, the same technique, the same method, you can use it for any other colors, whatever that you want to apply, you can use it. So come in, learn, be open-minded, and we're going to have a good time. My classes are always a lot of fun. I really enjoy teaching, so make sure you're there and don't be square. Hey everybody, hello there. If you are watching on YouTube, what I need you to do, come on, notification from YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube, what I need you to do is to make sure you are subscribed. Your girl is on a mission. I'm at like 760 something subscribers. I need to be at 1,000. Okay, real soon, like 1,000. I need to be at 1,000. So please hit the subscribe button. If you're not logged into YouTube, just go on log in real quick for me, please. Okay. Hit the subscribe button. Now, if you are already subscribed, just take 2 seconds to hit the thumbs up. That's it. 2 seconds to hit thumbs up. Hey, Don. Just 2 seconds to hit thumbs up. All right. Now, if you are watching, just so happen you're watching me on Facebook, I need you to share. Okay, that's all I ask. I be giving y'all all I got in my Anita Baker voice, giving you the best that I got, and I'm just needing y'all to share. Okay, it's hard out here for the for the entrepreneur, so I need your help with sharing. Okay, all right, cool beans. So let's jump right in. When you get ready to do your eyeshadow, what do you feel is your biggest struggle with eyeshadow? Let me know in the comments. What do you feel like your biggest struggle is with eyeshadow? Something that's slowing you down. You cannot believe, like you cannot get this thing down. You feel like you're struggling with this part of eyeshadow. Let me know. Thank you so much. Let me know, what is your biggest struggle with eyeshadow? Because a lot of times when I ask this question, I'm asking, what's your biggest makeup struggle? And your biggest makeup struggle is eyeshadow. When really what I want to know is what part of eyeshadow is your struggle. Okay. All right. I see blending. I see blending. Blending and placement of colors. Color theory. That's deep right there now. Color theory, for those who don't know, first of all, I want to let you know that all beginners are welcome here. So there is no such thing as a dumb question. I want you to feel comfortable asking a question, because if you don't ask your questions, then you will never know. Okay. This space is for the everyday woman to ask her questions so that she can learn how to do her own makeup and feel confident doing that. So let me break down color theory. Color theory is just the way colors work together. Okay. It's almost like flavors. You know, certain flavors you don't put in your dressing. Certain flavors we get upset because we see others put stuff in their macaroni and it don't go, right? So that's like food theory for us, right? But color theory is how colors work together, how colors complement each other, and which one should go as far as your lipstick and your eyeshadow and your outfit. So color theory is big. It is something that I break down inside of Beautiful Us University. Okay. All right. Hey, Roslyn. Let's see. Blending. All right. So those who are saying blending, there are two things happening. We're gonna address those. So hold on. Hey, Drew. All right, and then we got cut crease. Cut crease is a little bit more of an advanced technique. It is something that we do practice inside of Beautiful Us University, but a cut crease is just a little bit more advanced because it does take a little bit more precision. There is less room for error when you're doing a cut crease. Okay, so the overarching struggle I see in the comments right now is your blending. Okay, with your blending, that is going to be because of two things that you may be struggling with, and that's proper tools, and also, well, it could be three tools. It could be eyeshadow, and it could be just your patience level. Okay, your patience level does play a role in this as well. All right, quick question. Am I lagging to you guys? Like, is my are things moving in slow motion, or they seem like they're in pretty good motion? Let me know. And then we're gonna jump into our checklist. Let me know. Okay, I'm not lagging. Cool. Cool. Okay, so let's jump into what you need.
Hey, Queen.
Hey, girl. All right, so the first thing, I know that this is not specifically eyeshadow. I know that it is brows, but you're going to need a brow pencil, okay? How many people are not? How many people are not doing their brows before they do their eyeshadow? Oh, thank you. I just threw this thing on. Seriously. How many people are not doing their brows with their eyeshadow? Okay. You definitely want a brow pencil, all right? So my favorite brow pencil, I actually have two. This one is Cocky Cosmetics. I use the color Milk Chocolate. If you're inside of our Facebook group, and then if you search inside of that group for brow charts or brows, there will be a chart that comes up that'll help you to easily figure out which brow pencil you should purchase for your skin tone. So that chart is there. But I like Cocky Cosmetics, but I like a nice brow because it just lays the foundation for your eyeshadow to look really professional. You guys are here because you're amateur by yourself, right? And anytime we go into a space to learn is to elevate our skill in that area. And so I don't want you to continue to be amateur. I want to teach you the small things that take you from amateur to a pro. And one of those small things is a big deal, which is your brows. Okay. Scruffy brows that are not groomed, where that brow bone is not clean. Let me just zoom in. When that brow bone is like not clean, it ends up making your eyeshadow look really distracting. You ain't gonna like it. Okay, so having your brows groomed is really important. All right, so make sure that you're using your brow pencil. The next thing, okay, we got brow pencil. Somebody can keep up with these in the comments. If you want to take notes in the comments, y'all can type brow pencil. The next thing is going to be, yeah, I left my ring in the other room. Now that I'm thinking about it, when I'm looking at myself, I can see my ring is missing. But the next thing is going to be concealer. Concealer underneath those brows is going to just make everything look really, really sharp and clean. So let me look in my mirror first of all. When I use my concealer to just carve out underneath my brows, I'm giving my brows a clean playground, okay? I'm giving my eyeshadow a clean playground, not my brows. But I'm giving it a clean playground where I have a smooth canvas, because one mistake that I see a lot of people making is that you're putting eyeshadow underneath the brow bone. Eyeshadow does not belong underneath the brow bone. All right. Somebody touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, eyeshadow does not belong underneath the brow bone. That neighbor ain't got nothing to say. Turn to your other neighbor and say, neighbor, concealer goes underneath the brow bone. All right. Blessed be his name. So when that happens, we want to use a concealer underneath the brow bone that is 2 to 3 shades lighter. That 2 to 3 shades lighter concealer is going to elevate. Holy Ghost. It's going to elevate. It's going to take your eyeshadow higher, where people are going to be wondering, did you go to a makeup artist? I have students who have just started inside of Beautiful Us University. They haven't even been in there a month, right? And people are already asking them, who did your makeup? Now, mind you, I know where they started, I know where they are, and I know where they're headed. And they're not all the way there yet. But the fact that people are now asking them who did their makeup means that they're doing something right. And it starts with putting that concealer under the brow bone and not putting eyeshadow underneath the brow bone. All right? That's right. I appreciate those who talk to their neighbors, because when you talk to your neighbor, it gets down in your spirit more than it does your neighbor, okay? And that's what I need. And the reason why I emphasize certain things is because I'm serious about that thing. I'm serious about how important it is, and I don't want you to ignore it, okay? All right, are we ready? We're ready for number 3. I want y'all to put 3 in the comments. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I'm going to play around with this one, and then I'm probably going to leave this one as is, okay? Probably going to leave this one as is. Okay, so Bria's saying that her hand is not steady. So that means you have to find how to steady your hand, all right? So you don't have to swing your elbow when you're doing this. Some people are doing this where they're swinging their elbow in the air. When you can just find a flat surface and sit your elbow there, use your pinky. Come on, Morale, if you're watching. Use your pinky to kind of stabilize your hand and then take your time. Typically, when you don't have a steady hand, it's because your elbow's swinging somewhere, all right? So make sure your elbow's sitting down, okay? All right, so we're ready for number 3. We got a brow pencil. We got concealer underneath the brows, and then we're going to go into let's go into your eyeshadow, all right? So I'm going to show you a couple of things that I like. Oh, okay. I was like, y'all, I'm going to have to get up. But it's right here. All right, I'm going to show you a couple of things. 3 palettes that I like. 3 eyeshadow palettes that I like. Starting with Amalawa Cosmetics. Amalawa Cosmetics, this is how you spell it, has an eye pigmented palette. It is in the bronze shades, okay? What I'm looking for when I purchase an eyeshadow palette, I am looking for a mixture of matte tones, meaning no shimmer, no shine, and some shimmer tones, meaning that when a light hits it, you know, it's bouncing off the light and it's giving a nice reflection there, okay? I'm looking for natural shades, you know, like my browns, my blacks, and then I'm looking for in those shimmers, you know, lighter shades that I can play with. And then these olives here are going to be great for a smoky eye, but really the lighter shades, okay? So that's what I'm looking for. Amalawa Cosmetics is a black owned company, and I love that their eyeshadows are velvety, they are blendable, and they are long lasting, okay? That's what I'm looking for, velvety, blendable, and long lasting. Moving on, next company is going to be black owned, Memphis made, and that is Kaki Cosmetics. If you've been rocking with me for a while, then you know that Kaki Cosmetics is one of my staples. They only have one palette, which is the Rich AF palette. I love it because it is great for those beginners who want to ease into color. You still have some of your matte tones there. Which one you want me to spell? Let me finish my Kaki and then I'm gonna go back so y'all can screenshot, okay? All right, so Kaki Cosmetics also has a mix of those matte tones. So you can see down here, this is a purple shimmer versus this is a yellow matte. These colors are matte. Then you got this shimmer here where the light is really showing up in there. You got a shimmer here. So it has a nice mix where it gives you pops of color, takes you out of your comfort zone just a little bit. And then they come on and go on the skin really, really beautifully. Now, here's the thing. There are so many of my chocolate sisters who are concerned about, will these colors show up on my skin tone? All right. Both of these black owned companies, go ahead and screenshot. Both of these black owned companies, their creators are chocolate black women. Okay. So they understand your concern about these pigments showing up. Kaki Cosmetics too is very, very velvety and blendable and long lasting. Okay. So these are they. All right. I have a code for Amalawa, which is I want to say it's OMOBU 15. That's what I want to say it is. OMOBU 15. And listen, if it ain't that, then it's BU almost 15, but I'm pretty sure it's OMO BU 15. If you put that in the checkout, then I believe you're going to get some percentage off. Okay, so make sure you support them. All right, now my other palettes that I like are from a larger company that we know, which is Morphe Cosmetics. And these two, honestly, oh, I do got one more, but these two, honestly, are the Jacqueline Hill palettes, and I have rocked with them for so long. That's why this one has no name. All right, so this is the volume 1 palette. This is the volume 2 palette. Jacqueline Hill volume 2. Morphe just has some quality eyeshadows, okay? Quality eyeshadows. So as you can see, if you hear in the makeup world somebody says I hit pan, that's because these eyeshadows are in like a silver pan. So when you see silver, that means I used it. I used it and I almost used it up. Okay, so I love these because it has so many natural tones, but it has matte. Okay, MATTE means no shimmer, no shine. And then it also has some nice shimmer tones. They reflect the light, which is going to look really, really pretty against the skin. So that's the volume 1. And then you have the Jacqueline Hill volume 2. Okay, volume 2 is a little bit brighter versus the first one is a little bit more on the warm tones. This one right here is still warm tones, but it's a little bit brighter with the pinks, the purples, and even the oranges. but you still have some nice shades in there. So I really like the Morphe palettes. One more that I want to show you is by Revolution. Revolution is now sold in Ulta. It's now sold in Target as well. But Revolution Pro has some amazing palettes, and their price point is great as well. These are also velvety. These are also blendable, also long lasting, and they have a great variety of colors. Again, you're looking for a mix of those matte tones that has some browns and pink mattes, and then you want to play with, some shimmers, then you have those here as well. Okay, so very, very nice to have. I always like to have some brown tones, and especially that black if I want to have a little bit of drama. And looks like I got this from our favorite store, TJ Maxx, for $4.99. So that's fantastic. Fantastic purchase. All right, so those are some eyeshadow palettes, and I hope that was helpful to you. If you want to explore eyeshadow palettes outside of the palettes that I just showed you, make sure that you are testing those palettes, making sure like when you swatch those, it should feel buttery, or velvety. It should also have some matte shades and shimmer shades. All right, your matte shades need to be kind of like in your browns, your pinks, your blacks, and your shimmer shades can be a little bit brighter, like your golds and your greens, in tones like that. Your pinks, champagnes, those are going to be shimmers that can pop on your eyelid no matter your eye shape. Okay, all right, any questions about that? So we have talked about your brow pencil, we have talked about your concealer, and then we just jumped into your eyeshadow palettes. Okay, anybody missing any of those things? Brow pencil, concealer, eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to put those away while you guys are answering. Let's put them up, put them up. All right. Concealer, yes. So you want that concealer to be 2 shades lighter. Not white bright now. We just want to go up a tinge. We just want to go up just a tinge, okay? All right, let's move on to the next one, because this is going to kind of combine and answer some of your blending questions for those who have issues with blending. So the next thing you got to know is you have to have the right tools. And you saw me use the first tool, which was when I applied my concealer underneath the brow. I'm using a flat brush to do that. I need a flat brush to really get close to my brow. And then I use a fluffy synthetic brush here to just blend that out with so much ease. Okay, I want it to be super duper easy. So having the right tools makes the difference. If you are new here and you have no idea, then I want to introduce you to Matter Brushes. Matter Brushes is my makeup brush set that works as a system. These are numbered in the order in which you should use them. I'm going to demonstrate with them tonight. But these brushes are going to guide you to either a basic beat by using the brushes that start with F, or you can go into a full glam by starting with the brushes that start with E and then moving to the brushes that start with F. E is for eyes, F is for face. Okay. Now, what makes your brushes different? Your brushes need to be shaped a certain way, meaning that a certain height performs differently. Where long bristles are going to perform differently from shorter bristles. Natural hairs are going to perform differently from synthetic hairs, right? But these are things that you don't have time as an everyday woman to think about, right? You just want to be able to pick up the right brush, and you ain't got time for nobody to be playing with you about what to use that brush for. That's why I numbered them in order. I also put the instructions on it. So, for example, this one right here is E2 That just means I'm on my eyes and I'm on the second step. I already used E1. All right, I used E1 for concealer underneath my brows. E2 means that I'm on the second step and I want to use a matte color for my crease as my transition color, okay? Matte crease transition. All right. So that's why when you're choosing your eyeshadow palette, I keep emphasizing that you want both matte colors and you want some shimmer colors. Does that make sense? You want some matte colors and you want some shimmer colors. All right. So like I told you guys before, an eyeshadow class is on the way. So if you really want to dive deeper into learning how to do your eyeshadow, then you want to jump inside of my eyeshadow class. And to get inside of that class, all you have to do is visit beautyforusclass.com. Can somebody type that in the comments? I know we did it once before, but there may be somebody who's just joining and they didn't see the link. So beautyforusclass.com is where you can register for free. The class is tomorrow if you pay attention to the date. All right. So what I'm going to do is give you a very high level situation to show you the power of blending with your brushes, right? And not only does blending with your brushes make a difference, but having the right eyeshadow to blend with. Some eyeshadows just not really blendable, okay? It's just not. That's why we went over those specific eyeshadows. The next thing is your tool. So if you're having trouble with blending, you want to pay attention to your tools, okay? All right. For those also who want to purchase brushes, you can go to matterbrushes.com. Can somebody type that in the comments too? Thank you. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my matte color and I'm going to work on this side. Remember, I did the concealer on this side. I kind of want to keep working on that side. So I'm going to start with a matte color here and I'm going to tap it off, but the shape of the brush is doing the work for me. All right. So I just want to blend that color in my crease. And what that does is just bridges the concealer down to the lid. And it's okay if I get this, on top of my lid. That's perfectly fine because I'm going to build upon that. But I don't have to keep working and working and working and working and working. If I have a good eyeshadow palette and I have the right tool that has the bristles or the hairs that shape the way I need it, whether they're long hairs, short hairs, they all perform differently. Trust me. All right. So now that I have that, and we're going to work on placement tomorrow in class as well. But now I have that, that brush was E2. We're going to move on to E3. Okay. E3. Matterbrushes.com. Matter, MATTER, brushes.com. So we were just on step 2. Step 1 was concealer under the brow. Step 2, matte crease transition. Step 3 is indicated by E3 is going to be where you put your matte outer V. So that's a matte color. You're putting it in your outer V. All right. For this color, I just want to focus right here on the outer corner. And I can work with the shape of this brush because even though it is a blending brush, it is a especially different blending brush. It's not really that flexible, which makes it great for placement, but still great for blending too. Like it has just enough flexibility for me to blend. Okay. All right. So we are on number, let me see, we did brows, concealer, palettes, brushes, and then next, that 5th thing is going to be an eyeshadow primer. All right, eyeshadow primer. I hope you're making your list and checking it twice. Eyeshadow primer or an eyeshadow base. All right, so Eyeshadow primer helps to minimize creasing. All right. Eyeshadow base comes in a color, and it also helps to just help that color stick and stand out. All right. Now, I prefer to use eyeshadow primer to kind of minimize that creasing because it also, that's the main benefit of it. Eyeshadow primer dries down translucent. What that means is when you go to the store, you're going to see something that says eyeshadow primer. If that bad boy goes on your skin and it doesn't blend in and dry down translucent, see how this drying down translucent? It is a base, okay? Bases have color, whether it's white or whatever. If it don't dry down translucent, it is a base, okay? So, base is color, primer is translucent. Think about when you get your nails done. No, wrong. Let's go back. Think about maybe if you prime your wall before painting. That primer sometimes is clear, like you can use, it's not really a color, right? So your primer, you want it to dry down translucent, shouldn't have a color. Your base does have a color. Everybody got it? Just want to make sure y'all understand. Either one is fine, but if you know you struggle with creasing, then that eyeshadow primer is going to be more of your friend. All right, so it can be a base or a color. So how do I even know that I need this? Because I'm on my next step, which is E4. All right, step 4. There you go. So step 4, I'm going to apply my base or primer, and then I'm going to apply my lid color. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this, and I'm going to put it down. And this is what the pros do so that your eyeshadow can last all day. But you don't know that because you're sitting in a makeup chair with your eyes closed. So I'm telling you exactly what the pros do to help your eyeshadow last all day. Okay? And it definitely does make a difference. So I'm just going to grab some of that color out of there with the same brush. Gorgeous. All right, moving on. Next is one brush, which I'm on the 5th step. This is one brush I never see, okay? I never see any clean brush that's used to blend harsh lines. You end up with your blending problem. You have a blob on your eye because you go back and use the same brush that you already had product on, okay? You keep using that brush and it's going higher and darker and wider, and you don't know what's happening. That's because you need a clean brush. You need a clean brush to just go back and clean up everything. Go back and blend everything down. If you need to reapply, you can to reinforce some color, but you're minimizing that blob action because you're actually using a clean brush that's solely there to blend harsh lines. Are y'all taking notes? Okay, so that's why your brushes matter. Your brushes make a difference in how you blend and how your eyeshadow shows up. So tomorrow in our pink eyeshadow class, we'll probably be learning this look together, meaning that we can practice this together. I can slow you down because we're going to be on Zoom. So I can slow you down if I see that you're going in the wrong direction. You can ask me questions while you're in action. So I want you to make sure that you are signed up for this class tomorrow. If you cannot make it tomorrow, then you definitely want to get inside of my makeup membership so that you can learn more. Now, when it comes to my matte brushes, it is something that I'm super duper proud of, but I'm really proud of how much this brush set has helped so many women. And I'm starting its own YouTube, its own channel, where I'm going to be highlighting everyday women and their stories and how their beauty has been changed by using the brushes. So I'm going to take a little quick little break just so you guys can see just a sneak peek of what's coming for Meta brushes.
Just on a daily occasion, 10 to 15 minutes, I'm done with my makeup because motherhood is always busy. Motherhood is extremely stressful, and I definitely don't want the process of me doing my makeup to be stressful. Things have just turned out good, and so that's enough for me to continue using them. I feel So let me just break down how the brush system works.
Awesome sauce. So I'm excited to bring you their stories because it's going to be fantastic. And if you are in the local like Memphis area and you're using your brushes and you enjoy using your brushes and your makeup looks amazing, then listen, reach out to me because I want to get your story too. Okay. I want to make sure that confidence is common among us. I want to make sure that you feel like you belong in this world. All right. So those are the main things that you need for your eyeshadow. Okay. I want to mention a few more things that can like just enhance your eyeshadow a little bit. The first thing is going to be lashes. All right. Tomorrow is not a lash lesson, but your eyeshadow looks 10 times more professional when you have a little lash on there. Okay. A little lash can take you a long way. I know some people are afraid of lashes, and y'all, that's okay. Just learn how to do them, learn how to find your style of lash. I was talking the other day about your confidence bank. How wealthy is your confidence bank? Have you made any deposits? Are there things that are withdrawing from your confidence bank? Deposits don't always mean makeup. I know that I'm talking about makeup, but deposits can be buying new underwear, a new bra. It could be getting your nails done. These are things that boost your confidence and help you to show up in a better way. It could be working out, whether it's 5. Sometimes when I work out for like 3 minutes, like if I break 1 inch, 1 centimeter of a sweat, I feel confident because I feel like my body changed in those 3 minutes because I worked out. So where are you making confidence deposits, right? Are you in the negative? You want to find those deficits in your confidence bank. And you may have a makeup account. You may have a health account. You may have a wardrobe account. You may need to go ahead and purchase pants that fit instead of dreaming that one day these pants will fit. This week, I am challenging myself to do my makeup every day and to wear clothes that I like. And anything that I put on and I don't like it, it's going in a garbage bag and it's going to the Goodwill. So I want you to think about where you are depositing into your confidence bank. If you need to deposit into your makeup, then tomorrow is a great and free deposit. Okay. All it costs you is your time and your patience. Okay. So go ahead and sign up for class. All right. Any questions? Let me go through these comments because y'all been talking. Any questions? Hey, come on now. Oh, Jennifer, I am not going to add a layer for makeup artists. My lane is for everyday women. I do want to do something for makeup artists, but I just don't have the capacity to right now because that turns on a different part of my brain. I'm not as, I don't know the word. I'm a different person on the makeup artist side. My approach is different. My critique, my feedback is totally different on the makeup artist side because now you're talking about um the business of things, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm relaxed, but it just yes, it's a little bit more technical. It's a little bit more I critique a little bit harder. So I have to access and tap into a totally different side of my brain for the makeup artist side. But I do want to do something for makeup artists. I don't know if it's a community or very much something because it's necessary. I think there are certain things that slow makeup artists down and certain questions that makeup artists have, and they don't have anyone to ask who's willing to give it to them. And I'm willing to teach. Um, oh, oh, fantastic. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh my God, Marawa, this is so true. The world we live in is constantly withdrawing from our confidence bank. That is because we are constantly in comparison mode. We are constantly comparing ourselves to the next person, what they have. We don't even want it, but because we see it, we feel like we ought to have it. And it makes it seem like that's the standard, right? If we don't pay attention to those things, then we will definitely be in a deficit because there are so many things that people are making it appear should be standard, and that's not necessarily true. I see it when makeup artists actually post some of their client work. It takes me out because I want to see real women. I want other women to see themselves in my work when I was a makeup artist. So I'm going to post um, all ages. I'm going to post all skin types, all skin issues, with the permission of my client. I'm going to post all skin insecurities, all feature insecurities. Some people have larger eyes that they don't like, larger lips they don't like, larger nose they don't like. I'm posting it all because I want real women to see themselves highlighted in this world. And we don't see that. We don't see that enough. Okay. All right, so let's run back through those supplies that you need for eyeshadow, and then we're gonna hop off, okay? All right. Before I do that, if you're on YouTube, please make sure you hit subscribe. Y'all, I'm on a mission, and I just really need y'all to subscribe, okay? I'm trying to get to 1,000, and every last one of those counts. And I don't see that nobody subscribed. They send me an email every time somebody subscribed, and I don't even see it. So maybe that means y'all already subscribed. If you have, thank you. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up because it helps the algorithm and it pushes me to the top. The people need to hear what we got going on. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Let's run back through these things. First thing, a brow pencil. Fill in your brows. Make sure they're clean. Second, you need concealer. Concealer is going to clean up and give you a nice clean slate so that you can have a nice clean place for the eyeshadow to go. Third, you're going to need some good eyeshadow palettes. All right. Those eyeshadow palette brands that I showed you are fantastic. They are they feel great. They're velvety. They're long lasting, blendable. They're fantastic. All eyeshadows are not created equally. Okay. The next thing is going to be your brushes. I don't know how many times I can scream that matte brushes is the last brush set you're going to ever need. Forget what you heard. This is the last brush that you're going to ever need. Matte brushes is that girl. Okay? You can walk into the store if you want to and get brushes off the shelf. I promise to God you ain't going to know what to do with them. But when you get these, Lord have mercy, they're going to come with a guide that shows you how to set, what order you should set these up or what it's for. You're going to be all right if you get these. After your brushes, then you're going to need some eyeshadow primer or base. Your primer dries down translucent. Your base is a color. Optional after that is going to be your lashes, your eyeliner, mascara, all those things is going to elevate your look, your eyes, and make your eyes pop, okay? Now, all of these items that I'm listing, all of them are inside of a guide. It's a free companion guide that's going to come with your registration. As soon as you sign up for my eyeshadow class, all this stuff is in there. I got links in there. I just try to make it as easy as possible so you can win in class. All right. I'm not telling you this so you have to memorize it. I'm just telling you so we can review it. The more you hear it, the more it's in you, and then you feel more confident doing your eyeshadow. Okay. All right. I think that is all. I appreciate you guys so much. Come on, Melissa. Melissa, you better testify. Melissa said, matte brushes are it's for me. Them other people's brushes hurt my feelings and my face. Come on. Thank you, Melissa. All right. If there is nothing else, our hearts and minds are clear, then we are going to hop off. But I do want to make sure that you guys are signed up for class. And I want to make sure that you are getting your brushes. Metabrushes.com is where you can go and get your brushes because they are going to change everything for you. Trust me. All right. Any questions? 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 Okay, cool beans. Once I log off of here, or you can do it now, y'all hit the share button. That is like tithes and offering to me. Okay, listen. The Bible say, "Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, so that there may be meat in my house." My house can't have meat if y'all don't tithe and just hit the share button. Okay. I can't keep feeding y'all all of this good information if you don't hit the share button. So that's like tithes. So go and hit your tithes and offering by hitting the share button, and I would really, really appreciate it. All right, I'm done playing with y'all. I can't play with y'all all night. This has been fantastic. Y'all make sure y'all jump into the Facebook group. Hit all the buttons. If you need to text me, I don't know how you got here. If you need to text me, 901 I don't even know my number. What's my number? That ain't it. There we go. 901-459-2866. I done got sleepy, y'all. If you need to text me, go ahead and screenshot. Shoot me a text. But I want to see you in class, okay? All right. I'll talk to y'all soon. Good night.